Hi everyone, and welcome to Jab and Move with your host Stephen. And I just want to have a very quick conversation. It's a little bit while off yet. It's not until February 22nd, but we've got the huge fight of Beterbiev Bivol versus Arthur Beterbiev for the light heavyweight championship again. Now, obviously, we know what happened back in October. Points decision to Beterbiev for the undisputed championship within the light heavyweight division. And I think it was a phenomenal fight. This was the two best, the two elite. I think they are both a little bit past what their prime was, but they are both at the same sort of level. They're very much decreased a little bit, but they both decreased probably about the same. So they're still the two elite fighters of the division. Like I say, Beterbiev with the absolute knockout power. It's now his first fight where he hasn't been able to knock out his opponent, which is huge credit to Bivol. And Bivol, the technical masterclass, the ability to defend, box very savvy, you know, if he needs to be the one that takes the step back, he can control the fight without having to be the aggressor. And we've seen that very much in the first fight. We've seen Beterbiev continue to be the aggressor, continually put it onto Bivol, try and get that knockout, try and chase that victory. And even though it didn't work, he didn't get the knockout, and I don't think he applied as much pressure as he wanted to Bivol. He got the win, and my personal reason is that he was the aggressor. He was the one putting it in the most rounds, putting it on Bivol and trying to push for that knockout and that victory. And I think in the end, that's what swayed the judges to go with Beterbiev. And again, it was an absolute pick on it. It could have gone either way. I think, honestly, if Bivol would have won it on points or Beterbiev would have won it on points, I would have been happy either way. They both were accomplished technical fighters, best of their division, and put on an absolute show. I think it was a show that no one really expected. I think potentially a lot of people very much went the way of, if Bivol's going to win, he's going to take it on points, and Beterbiev has to try and get close to him, and he'll play into Bivol's game. But I don't think people realised, actually, some people didn't realise just how technically good Beterbiev is. Yes, he has that raw knockout power. Yes, he can floor you with a couple of punches and absolutely put damage on you. And he is a different breed when it comes to pain and hurt. But yeah, honestly, I didn't realise how technical savvy he was and what he can do within that as well. And his defence was really good. Bivol's was just another level. Defensively, he was fantastic. And he can feel a bit hard done to because he put on a phenomenal performance. And again, any other night you win that fight, you win that battle. But just on that night against Beterbiev, against the other, like I said, these two potentially are greats of their division. It was just, yeah, it was phenomenal. Like I say, two of the best, putting on an absolute show and showing why they're two of the best, and also being minute differences between the two. Like I say, it wasn't an Errol Spence Crawford fight where obviously we thought we're going to get that sort of fight. We're going to get a technical to the end, maybe a round in it, to absolute blood and guts to the very finish. Whereas obviously Crawford was just phenomenal that night, but we didn't get that. Luckily, we had that close fight, and that makes this second one even more mouth-watering on what is going to happen, who's going to adapt, who's going to change. I think personally, Beterbiev's going to do very much the same. He's going to try and be the aggressor and try and knock him out, which again is great, but he needs to try and find that knockout, because I think if it goes the distance again, Bivol's going to be even smarter. He's going to play that defensive line. He's going to even hit on the counter even more. And I think if it goes the distance this time, Bivol wins it. But for me personally, I just have this sneaky feeling that Beterbiev is going to get that knockout. He's going to get that victory via KO and get back onto the horse. Because, like I said, that fight against Bivol was his first professional fight without a knockout, which is nuts. It just shows the power of the man and the absolute just build of him. He is a different breed. Like I say, we watched it against Anthony Yard, and how even when he can take damage, he can give it. And he wasn't even 100% for that fight. Like, he had, I think, an infected jaw at the time. He had other stuff going on. He had to go for operations, and he still wore Yard down. He's a big guy and took him to the absolute finish and knocked him out. So all credit to Bivol, all credit to Beterbiev, the two best of their generation, and definitely the two best in the division right now. Who wins it? Like I say, I think personally, I have a sneaky feeling that Beterbiev gets that knockout and finally gets that victory and puts it to bed. But again, we will see. So it's a phenomenal fight. It's just a quick work of what I think is going to happen. Obviously, we will delve into this more after Christmas and the New Year and see what's going to happen there with the fighters closer to the big night. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please give me your thoughts and comments on this. What do you think? Do you think Beterbiev is going to get a knockout? Do you think Bivol's going to outsmart him and avenge that loss? Let me know in the comments, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Take care. Bye.